We begin with our extended coverage of the Boston Marathon bombing's death penalty verdict with Newport's Heather Abbott, a woman we've come to know well, whose scars are a painful reminder of April the 15th, 2013. Abbott sat in the witness box during the second phase of trial. And Eyewitness News reporter Brian Yacono brings us her perspective on the historic outcome.
We have followed Heather Abbott from the beginning. 2 years ago now, an explosion at the Boston Marathon catapulted her through the entrance of a restaurant, eventually leading to the amputation of one of her legs. Now we're hearing that the death penalty verdict doesn't bring her closure.
I've moved on already.
Heather Abbott speaks confidently on the first full day after the man who changed her life forever was sentenced to death by a jury in Boston.
The sentence is, I don't think, something to celebrate.
For Abbott, moving on and closure are not the same.
I don't know that I would have felt differently regardless of which one it was, but I think I was looking for some kind of sense of closure, but I don't think I found that.
She took the stand in phase 1 of the trial, telling Eyewitness News she locked eyes with Tsarnaev, calling that moment liberating and satisfying. Abbott waited anxiously for the jury's verdict Friday until finally hearing Tsarnaev would not spend life in prison, but rather be executed by a lethal injection.
I just kind of feel a sense of sadness about it. It's really unfortunate that someone who had such a promising life chose to go the path that he did.
The appeal process is expected to take years. Abbott shares a similar sentiment as the family of the youngest bombing victim, Martin Richard, who publicly asked that Tsarnaev be spared death and instead locked up, out of sight, forever.
It's also unfortunate that we'll all have to continue to live with seeing his face and hearing his name now for several years to come.
We also asked Abbott if she has any remorse that her testimony may have contributed to the jury's death penalty verdict. She answered with one word: no. I'm Brian Yacono, Eyewitness News.